your opinion on his marketing style? Because a lot of the thing was the power was the empire. Put clashing the two shows, the episode leaking thing. What do you think of his marketing style? Do you think? I mean, obviously it's genius. It works, but I mean, is it something you think you would come up with yourself? Do you think you have that kind of marketing style, or how do you feel about his marketing style and what he did?
I think he's a genius when it comes to marketing because he's kind of made his own lane as far as marketing. And with Empire and Power, I feel like that was just the fans really. They really pushed that. It wasn't because initially it wasn't a competition between us because we didn't even see it as a competition. We didn't even see the similarities. I was just like, people. I didn't
see the similarities either, and I felt like it was kind of racial.
Yeah, it was, and it's just because it was like two powerful black shows, and I think that's really messed up. That's the one messed up thing about this business. Whenever there's a show with people of color, we always want to compare. Yeah, it's like we don't do that with other shows.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's really, really, really stupid.
And as far as his marketing, I think he's a genius. I'd say I'm a little bit nicer when it comes to marketing. I don't just straight out diss people. But I have a persuasive marketing strategy, I'd say.
Yeah. Do you think he really leaked those episodes, or he just He
didn't leak them.
He just said it to.
Yeah. He said it jokingly, and then the fans, they took it as serious. But it was actually a fan from New York that leaked the episodes.
And I heard someone DM'd you and told you about it. You didn't believe them, and then it
they did. It was really crazy. Like, that freaked me out. That actually shook me to my core because 3 days before they were like, "Hey, Raina's dead," and I was like, wait, and I'm like, this person did not just DM me this, because I always like check my DMs, even if I don't accept them, I still look through them. And so I was like, what? And then they just kept messaging, and they were like, yeah, I have your episodes, so if you don't want me to leak them, you have to send me money. And I'm just like, this person is crazy. And I'm like, they just probably heard this word of mouth. I was like, you know what? Someone's been talking. That's how they heard this. They don't have the episodes. And then they were like, no, it's all over Facebook. And I'm just like, yeah, this person's crazy.
That's crazy.
And then 3 days later, it was like, the leak.
They were trying to extort you out of money. That's
crazy. I know. And so it was crazy.
Wow. Okay, so they leaked and so have they said, do you know if they've started, are you still in communication with the show, with the people that stars, with the power creators and stuff like that, and do you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still in communication with everyone. We actually, most of us see each other quite frequently since most of the cast is like musically inclined, like Rotimi, I see him at a lot of events, and I'm just like, hey, and then, I'll see 50 here and there, and New York isn't as big as people think it is, so we always run into each other. And so it's actually weird because it's like when you least expect it. And I remember running into JR, RIP Julio, but at a sample cell, and I was just like looking through like this pile of jeans, and I was like, oh, this is too complicated, I can't do this. And he was like, I know, right? And I looked and I was like, hey, you. And then he was like, oh, hey. And then he was like, all right, I'll see you at the premiere. And I was like, see ya. And just the other day I saw Sung, who recently joined the cast in season 4.
Yeah, he plays the agent.
Yes. And I was like, oh, hey. He was like, he kept staring, and I was like, who's this person that keeps staring? Then I looked, and I was like, oh, hey. And he was like, hey. So it's weird. You always see people when you least expect it, but I am still in communications with most of the cast. And, yeah, we all have a pretty good relationship, and I'm cool with everyone at Stars because, at the end of the day, it's business, but we're all still a family.
So how much did you work with 50 Cent directly?
Well, again, at the table reads, I saw him he was like almost at most of the table reads.
Yeah.
But he is very busy, so he couldn't make all of them.
Yeah.
But I never got the chance to really work with him. But he would always pop up and surprise everyone some days. So some days he'd just sort of walk behind someone, and we could be in the middle of the scene, and he's just like, hey, and he totally freaks us out. And so he would always pop up like at the most random times. So I worked with him, but I never got to work with Kanan, but I worked with 50. But it was pretty awesome.
So let me ask you.
And he gives away great advice, both for like acting and music.